Hey guys, this is a quick video about the acoustic treatment in my living room. I always make a cut list first, cut all my pieces to the exact same length, and then I will sand all of the edges, make sure there are no burrs that could damage anything. I use Titebond 3 wood glue, finishing nails, MDF, and furring strips for these frames. They ended up, including the insulation that I put inside of them, just over 7 pounds each, which is extremely light. I used my speed square to mark all those corner supports for cutting. This is a safe and sound thermofiber insulation. It's got a really high R value for both heat and sound. It's great. This is quilting fabric that I got on clearance for $2 a yard. Each frame used 2 yards of fabric. The only thing that I would do differently in the future is I will probably use nice decorative nails for this process instead of staples. You don't need a whole lot of staples or nails to do the wrap, especially with the quilting fabric. It's so stable and stretches so little that it just works. The one thing I read about is that with acoustic fabric you can blow through it, essentially. If you can't blow through it, then sound won't go into your dampener. Everything I measured metrically in this project. I bought a metric tape on Amazon. Even though I've been doing construction work for 25 years, I switched to metric. My future will be metric. English tape is fine. I know 16ths and 32nds very well, but I find it just way easier to divide everything by 10. I did my pilot holes with nails, and then I installed these screw eyes. Super simple process. This is 18 gauge picture frame hanging wire, which is great because there's very little sag, especially with this technique I'm using. This is an old fence building trick. You just wrap around the wire a couple times, and then you take your pliers and wrap around several more times, and it creates a lot of tension in the wire, which means there's very little sag once you hang it. This is what the room looked like before. I have my microphone placed in the middle of it because I'm going to do a separate video of a comparative analysis of what it sounds like in there. This is my 15-year-old son Antares helping me with all the measurements. He helped me hang the whole project. You can see here basically the measurement on the right is from the bottom of the frame to the wire and the total height, and then the one on the left is basically the middle of the wall from the window, the top of the window frame to the top of the ceiling. Our 10-foot ladder is a little cumbersome, but because we have 14-foot high ceilings, it's kind of necessary. We literally put a t-shirt onto the ladder on the top so that it wouldn't scratch up the walls. This is what it looked like when we were done. The big wall on the left is gonna get 2 large frames, 4x4 frames. And this is a cost breakdown of the whole project, which was actually relatively inexpensive. Thermofiber is only 16 inches wide, so you have to account for that when you're building your frames, but it works pretty much as well as the very expensive fiberglass stuff that they sell. Furring strips are also really light, and they cost almost nothing, so I think I bought 12 furring strips for that price. So you can find the score for this video in a separate video where I do playthroughs of all the instruments. It's what I do. Music is the thing I do most easily without having to think about it too hard. The other thing is working with my hands. I've always done it and I really enjoy it. and I promise I will get better at editing. So thank you guys for watching. Check us out on social media. Look for some of my products on Etsy. And take care of yourselves. Thanks again.